Welcome to my channel. Your tutor Mariam is here. It's the 15th video of Introductory Physics 1 and the second video that I'm going to talk about the vector, which is the third subject of Introductory Physics 1. In this video, I'm going to talk about the component of the vector and the projection of the vector in x and y axis. And at the end of the video, I'm going to solve an example. If you are new to Introductory Physics 1 and like to learn more, subscribe and watch for more. You ready? Let's get started. So, what is the component of the vector? This technically it's a projection of the vector in x or y axis, right? So here, if I have a vector A, and then I'm gonna have the theta right here, right? And I'm gonna write down the projection of vector A in x and y axis, right? So what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna draw the vertical line respect to the x and y axis, and I'm gonna start from the head of the vector. So this is the head of the vector. I'm gonna draw the vertical line to the x-axis, and I'm gonna do the same things for the y-axis right here. Then this is gonna be my ax, and this guy right here gonna be my ay. And then the projection for ax gonna be a cosine theta, and then for y gonna be a sine theta, right? So the common mistake a student make is they changing the theta when they gonna write down the projection respect to the y-axis. So they think there should be another angle right here, let's call it as theta prime, and they write down the projection respect to this angle. But this is not true. When you're gonna write down the projection of the vector, you should always go with the same angle. So let me show you if I have the angle respect to the y-axis, like this guy right here, right? So now I have a theta right here. How I'm gonna write down the projection of the vector? Feel free to pause the video and think about it. So here I'm gonna do the same things. I'm gonna write down the vertical line. I'm gonna start from the head, go to the x-axis, start to the head and go to the y-axis, right? It's gonna be ax, and this guy right here gonna be my ay, right? Same things I did in the previous one, but the thing is my ax here gonna be x sine theta, right? Because now is this x-axis is not close to the theta, right? And then a y gonna be a cosine theta, right? That's a difference between these two problems. So you should be careful when where you have this theta. Is it close to the x-axis or y-axis? So the axis close to the theta gonna be show up as a cosine, and the other one which is away from the axis is gonna show up as a sine theta. Let me summarize what we have for the projection of the vector. So for the x-axis, we know if theta is going to be close to the x-axis, it's going to be a cosine theta. For y-axis, for this specific problem, it's going to be a sine theta. And you know they can be changes depend on where theta is. And then the magnitude going to be a x squared plus a y squared, and then take a root of this, right? and the direction gonna be arc tangent AY over AX, right? This is all math, I suppose you know from the math class. But if you don't know, please leave the comment below, and I'm gonna make another video to explain how we come up with these equations. Now let's look at one example. So this problem says a car traveled 20 kilometers to the north and then 10 kilometers in the direction of 30 east of north, and find the magnitude of this displacement, right? Let me draw it. So I have the x and y axis, and then the car starts from the origin. It goes to the north, right? I'm gonna call it as vector A, and then it goes to the east, right? So it's gonna be vector B right here, and then it's asked to find the displacement. And then the displacement gonna start from the tail of the first vector and end up to the head of the second one. So it's gonna be R, which is A plus B, right? And then it says that this angle right here, this theta, gonna be 30 degree, right? So this is the angle we technically talking about here, right, which is 30 degree. However, what you are looking for is the angle between vector A and B. So that means we are looking for this angle right here. How I can calculate this angle, the total angle gonna be 180, right? So I'm gonna call it as theta prime, and then my theta prime gonna be 180 minus 30, which is equal to 150. This is the angle I want because I'm looking for the angle between vector A and B. Okay, now I can calculate the magnitude, which is R equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cosine theta prime. Okay, and then what I have here is gonna be 220 square plus 10 square minus 220 times 10 cosine of 150, right? And then it's equal to 400 plus 100 minus 400 times minus 0.8, and that is equal to 820, which is equal to 28.6. I hoping this video help you to understand how to calculate the magnitude of the displacement and what is the projection of the vector. If you like my video, hit the like button and see you in the next video.